So we will see all those things like how to create thread and what are the different ways, and what is the different between the creation of thread by using different approaches, what is the advantage, disadvantages, and what is synchronization, and what is static synchronization, lock, all those things we will see.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So okay, let me create a simple Java project. This is a simple a Java class. Oh, inside that I'm trying to create one simple class. Okay, if you see, right, this is a simple Java class, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me write int I equal to 9 by 0. Let me run it and we'll see the exception. See, what is the exception it is telling?
Arithmetic.
Exception in thread main.
Okay.
So what is this thread? We know everything, right? We know java dot lang dot arithmetic exception
Mm-hmm.
divided by, okay,
Yes.
main. We know everything. We know from here till here we know everything, right?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
line number exception divided by 0, but the unknown portion is this one. So there is a message exception in thread main. So what is
Mm-hmm.
this thread main, all those things, right? So far, right, whenever you are creating the program and whenever you are running this program, right, so what JVM will do, JVM will create a thread for your program.
Okay.
It will create a thread for your program, and that particular thread name is main. So I mean, I will tell you how to create a thread, our own threads. So this is JVM created thread. The thread name is main. So that
Okay.
thread is failed. So
Okay.
that's what you will see this message exception in thread main.
Okay.
Okay. So this is one of, I can say indirectly, the default class thread name is main.
Main.
So JVM will assign this name. So we can have, from our side also we can able to create thread and we can able to modify the thread name. We can able to give our own name, and we will see how to give create a thread, how to give names to thread, all those things. Okay.
Okay.
By default, main method is running under a thread called main.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me remove this exception. Okay. So now the second point is how to create a thread. Okay. Let me take a class called my thread. So this is a simple class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whenever if you want to create any thread, right? So there is a class called thread. It is there under java.lang package. So we need to extend that class.
Okay.
Okay, this package, this class is there under java.lang package, and the class name is thread. This is a class basically. If you see the symbol C, right? C
Mm.
means it's a class.
Okay.
Sometime it will display I, then we can say interface.
Got it.
Okay, now this is a class, and inside the class there is a method called run method.
Okay.
You open this method. So this is the thread class,
Mm-hmm.
and let me go back to run method. So this is the run method, existing run method. So we have to override this run method from our class.
How did you search for the method?
Just first write what you have to do. Control, press control, and you
Yeah,
will
yeah.
get that
This I
hash.
understood.
Okay,
Now
then
inside this.
control O. You see that this shortcut.
Okay. Hmm.
Control O. Then type which method you are looking for here.
Okay. Okay.
Then select it. Then the control will be navigated to that particular API.
Got it.
Okay, now go back to this class. So here, right, I have to override the run method. Press control space bar. See here, control space.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will display all methods, whatever it is available under thread
Thread.
class. Now my main intention is I want to override the run method.
Okay.
So I don't want the default implementation. Let me clear it. So this is my thread. So
Mm-hmm.
now I can say this is a thread. Why? Because this is extended a thread class, and also I have overridden the
Run
run
method.
method. Now it is qualified as a thread. Now inside the thread, right, we have to do some operation.
Mm-hmm.
So in previous case, inside our main thread, what we did, we are trying to do some divided operation. So here also I want to do some operation. My operation is I want to display numbers from 0 to 10. 10 numbers I want to display. So this is a simple for I equal to 0. So this is simple for loop. Look, I equal to 0, I less than, sorry, let me give, this is as a equal, otherwise, yeah. So now it will display 0 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Let me print it. Okay, let me print as it is. Okay, now my thread is ready and my operation is my thread need to perform. It should print the numbers from 0 to 9.
Yes.
Now thread is ready. Now I had to start my thread, right? So
Mm-hmm.
first by default main thread will start, right? So now we
Mm-hmm.
have already some main thread will start. From main thread, I had to call different threads.
Okay.
So that is a now thread is ready. Now I had to start the thread. I had to initiate the thread. So
Mm-hmm.
for that purpose, I had to create an object for this one. Okay, now I created a object for my thread class. Now I had to start the thread. So to start the thread, there is a method called start. We
Okay.
have to call the start method. Why? If you call the start method, indirectly it will call run method.
Mm.
When you say from start method, we are calling
Run method.
run method. Okay, let me see, and we'll.
So we have to call run method directly.
Yeah, there is a difference. I'll show you that one. Yeah, see here. Now we are getting. I mean, numbers are displaying, right?
Yes.
So the thread is working. So
Okay.
this are coming from my thread, and this is from main thread. Two threads here, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this main is a main thread, and my thread is my thread. It's a different thread.
Okay.
So how to know this thread, this input is coming from which thread? Let's suppose if I'll write here something. Okay, now so this is from this system what is displaying from one thread, and this system what is displaying from different thread.
Okay.
Okay, let me run it and we will see the results. But how to know this statement is came from which thread and these statements are coming from which thread?
Mm-hmm.
So for that purpose, if you want to know the current thread name,
Mm-hmm.
so there is a statement called, let me print the current thread name. So inside thread class, thread dot, there is a method called current thread. Thread is a class. Inside that there is a method called current thread. This is a static method.
Yes.
Okay. Inside the static method, just call get name. So current thread, it will return you current thread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From that class, you are calling get
Okay.
name, current thread name. Now let me run it and we will see what is the current thread name. So whenever you are displaying this I am from main, so the thread name is
Mm,
main.
main. Mm-hmm.
When you saw the exception, that time also it is displaying exception occurred in thread main, right?
Yes.
If you want, you can able to reset it. I will tell you later. Okay, now here it is fine. Now let me get the name of our thread.
Mm-hmm.
So this statement is coming from our thread, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me call the same. Okay. Now first what I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get the current thread or my thread name. After that colon. After that I want to display the number.
Okay.
This you understood, right? What is the purpose of this one? Okay.
Mm, not quite. Okay, I'm from main. Okay.
Yeah, this
So,
is basically it will give the current thread name from where the system out is coming. That particular thread name. This is different thread and this is different thread.
okay.
Okay, maybe we are calling this thread. We are calling this thread from main thread, but
Got
both
it.
are different thread.
Mm, okay.
So how we are calling another method, right? By creating an object. See there, first right, what you are getting. I am from main. So the thread name is
Main.
main. Okay. Now the second thing is my thread name is thread hyphen zero. Thread hyphen
That is
zero
main also.
colon 1 2 3 4 5 9. So default, by default, if you are creating any thread from your side, so the thread name it will give as a thread hyphen zero.
Okay.
Okay, now the default name you got from JVM will give you this name for you,
Thread zero.
thread zero. So how many threads is there along with that thread one, thread hyphen zero, thread hyphen one, thread hyphen two, like that it will give. Right now we have our own thread only one thread, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it will give thread hyphen zero. Okay.
So whatever it whenever it says thread hyphen zero, it means it's my thread.
Yes, correct. This is your thread.
Okay.
JVM will give that thread name. This is your program only, but we need to give some name, right, for that thread.
Mm-hmm.
So JVM had given a name for your thread as a thread hyphen zero.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So,
let's, yeah,
so that means this past one only one came from main thread. Everything else came from the my thread.
correct, yes. Okay, say for instance, if you want to change your thread name to your name,
Mm-hmm.
you can change. So how to change the thread name? So you created an object, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go to here, empty dot set name. So here you can give, I want to give my thread name as a XYZ. I don't want thread hyphen zero. Now go back and run. Let me write here XYZ thread. Okay, now go back and run it. Did you see there? It changed, right? Thread name.
Yes. Yes.
So if you want, you can change the thread name. If you don't want to
Okay.
change, then JVM will give by default thread hyphen zero, thread hyphen one, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right now, how many threads is there? Only one thread, right? Our own thread.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I want to do, I want to create another thread.
So, I mean, which one is it from main thread now? Only, I mean, it says I am from main,
Mm-hmm.
but none of these numbers are coming from main. Looks like all the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
it is coming from subthread, right? From here. We are not printing anything here.
We're just calling it, that's it.
Yes, we are calling start method. If you call start method, indirectly it will call run method. So how it will call, why we are not calling directly run method? So different story. I will tell you.
No, but we are not using main method at all. I mean, main thread at all then.
No, no. Can you please repeat again?
No, I'm asking, are we not using main thread?
Main thread, from main thread we are calling different threads. That is the purpose of main thread.
Okay.
So this is main thread, right? This is main thread.
Okay.
So from main thread, what you are doing? You are asking why you are not using main thread. That is your question, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not seeing the main thread. I
So,
mean, looks like everything is coming from all the displays coming from the instance, my thread, right?
no, no. See here, right? I am from main thread. So this is also coming, right? See
Mm-hmm.
the console. The system out is coming on the top. This is coming from main thread, right? I am
Okay.
from.
No, but none of the numbers are getting printed from the main
So
thread, right?
these numbers are coming from my thread.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, from main thread, there is nothing, none of the task. So our task is to print 0 to 9,
Yes,
right?
correct. My thread. Yes.
My thread. Wow, that's our task, and looks like the task is getting performed only from my thread.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
The main thread to perform that task. at
Main
all.
thread task is to initiate or to call other threads. That's all.
Oh,
Just
really?
it will
Okay.
start, and execution will take care the sub threads what they want to do. That is up to the
Oh,
thread
so
implementation.
main thread doesn't perform the task by
No, no,
itself.
no. That
It'll
main
go to other threads and tell them to perform the
Yes,
task.
that's all. Yeah, just you just start this task. That's all. Then how that will be started, how it will be ended, that is up to the sub thread.
Got it.
Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to create another thread called my thread hyphen one.
Hmm.
Okay. Now let me. I don't want to change the name. Comment. Let me comment out. Let me write it again.
Hmm.
So here main thread hyphen one, main thread hyphen one, empty one, empty one dot. So two threads, right? Now I created two threads, and it will perform the
Hmm.
same operation. Now let me run it, and we will see the results. Did you see there thread hyphen 0, thread hyphen 0, and thread hyphen 1, and it displaying same numbers 0 to 9.
Okay.
Also main thread also is executing,
Mm-hmm.
but output is coming. It's coming as a mixed output, right?
Yes.
So this is because there is no synchronization between threads. All threads are executing parallelly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what you are seeing jumbled output. I mean mixed output. If you
So,
perform, yeah,
but looks like the first thread performed all its task first itself, and then the main thread performed, and then
no. If now if you see first
oh,
which thread is executing,
main
and after that,
the first empty.
okay, 0. After that, 1, right?
Yes.
After
Yes.
that,
Oh, zero again.
because this is called because there is no synchronization between threads. All threads are executing parallelly.
Okay. Okay.
That's what you are getting mixed output.
Okay.
So that's what I told you, right? String and string buffer. String is not synchronized, and string buffer is synchronized.
Got it.
So not synchronization means you will get output in a sequence order. First main thread, after that zero thread, after that first one thread.
Yes.
But it is not synchronized. So that's what you are seeing output as a mixed output.
Okay.
So this will give wrong information, right? We should not be right.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what, right? When you are selecting string buffer or string builder, you have to based on your requirement you have to select.
Okay.
Okay, how to control, how to make this as a synchronization, that we will see it later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you know, right, how thread naming is giving. So by default first thread it will give thread hyphen 0, and for second thread it will give name as a thread hyphen
One.
1. So how this name will be assigned to this thread? So that is the
Mm-hmm.
next question. So I told you, right, initially we need to call start method, we should not call run method.
Yes.
Okay, let me call directly the run method. What will happen? Run, run, and let me run it. And did you see here, now you will see any thread.
Everything is coming from main. Huh?
So everything is part of now main thread.
Okay.
So now in this case there is only one thread. Now there is no thread hyphen 0, there is no thread hyphen 1, because the threads are not created.
Okay. Okay.
So now what I mean to say is, so whenever you are calling the start method, what will happen, inside the start method, so first it will create a thread.
Okay.
After that it will call the run method.
Okay.
Once if you create the thread, right, JVM will assign a name to your thread.
Got it. Got
So
it.
that name is thread hyphen 0.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, another thing is, right, so whenever you are creating a thread, we need some CPU, right, to perform this operation. We need some
Mhm.
CPU time. So whenever you register, so JVM will give you a unique number for each thread, a unique number.
Okay.
So let's suppose there is 100 threads is there. So for
Mhm.
each thread we need to give some number.
Yes.
So how to get that number? So that is the next question. So let's suppose, say for instance, now thread is created. I want to get my thread ID. So how you will get that thread ID? JVM will give you that one.
Got it.
So that how what I mean, when you will get this ID, when you will call this registration number, name, all those things as part of start method.
Yes.
So that's what we have to call start. We should not call run method.
Okay.
If you will call directly run method, you will not get thread features.
Mhm.
Got it right?
Yes.
So this is the ID. You will get unique ID registration. Once the thread is registered, you will get a registration number ID.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Now I want to get thread ID for second thread also, MT1 also.
So whenever we are using threading, are we supposed to manually create threads like this?
Yeah, we have to create manually threads, right?
Okay. Okay.
Then we have to create manually thread. Then we have to start these threads from main thread. What is the purpose of creating multiple thread? If we see the output, right? So all threads are executing parallelly. So that's what you are seeing multiple results.
So no, but we created my thread right now, right? And we created two instances of my thread,
Yes.
right?
From main thread, we are calling different threads.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we are calling two instances of my thread from the
Correct.
main thread.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
So does that mean that we have a total of three threads now?
Yes. Correct. Total three threads. One is main thread. Another is these two threads.
Okay, okay,
At any point of time, one thread is required to start the another threads.
got it, got it.
Okay. Now let me run it and we will see the results. Okay. If you see that, right? So first, my thread ID is
10,
10 and my thread hyphen ID is
11.
11. If you want to get main thread ID also, you can able to get it. How to get that one? Let me get main thread ID. So for every thread, you JVM will assign a particular unique ID. I am from main thread ID. I want to get main thread current thread dot get ID. So now let me run it and we will see. See
Method ID.
there. So from main thread ID is 1 and the rest of the IDs are 10 and 11. So
Mhm,
these numbers will not be same forever. It will change. It will keep on change. So at runtime it will generate some number and it will assign to the thread.
mhm.
Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to register this thread two times.
Okay.
Duplication basically.
Mhm,
So let me try and what will happen. So how many times I'm calling start?
mhm,
Two times. Now let me run it. Now what it's telling? It is failing and it is telling exception in main thread, illegal thread state exception.
mhm.
So why it is telling, it is a illegal operation, right? To
Because
register
we
one
started
thread
main thread, my thread two times.
means indirectly you are trying to register one thread two times.
Yes.
So that is illegal operation. So
Okay.
we should, so JVM will not allow that one.
Okay.
So we have to remove this one. So okay, and now you know how to set the name. And the another question is, see, if sometime right you will mention will be hanging. That time what you will do, you will go for a task manager and you will see here, right?
Mhm.
So many threads are running in my mission. I am not able to show you why, because now I'm sharing my, let me open windows, some picture.
Mhm.
Set task manager. Okay, let me open in one screen this. If you see here, right,
Mhm.
if you open task manager from your machine, you will get this screen, right?
Okay, that CPU, whatever is CPU is
Yes,
pressed.
yes. So
Okay.
I'm telling every thread need some milliseconds of time to execute the program from CPU.
Yes, yes.
So if you register your thread, then only you will get time from to utilize the CPU. Otherwise, you will not get. So here, right?
Yes.
So there is so many names are displaying here. Task
Mm-hmm.
manager, MSP, Windows player. So these are sub threads.
Okay.
Okay. So how can I say this is thread or not thread? So in your machine, in your Windows also, there is so many threads are running parallelly.
Okay.
So whenever you, if you want to kill a particular one, right? What you will do basically? Mine is
Just
not
right
working.
click on it and
If you right click on this, what you will get?
end program.
End thread or give more priority, medium, low, high, something you can able to see it.
Yes, yes.
I think I can show you at least from image.
You cannot do it from your machine?
In my machine, no. If I'm sharing my machine, so it is not coming. Let me see there. So I'm not getting anything.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not sharing the screen, then I think I can able to show you. Window Task Manager. See here. See here. Now I selected one task name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then if you see these operations, right? Set priority. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
set priority. There is so many threads are executing. Okay. So many threads means each operation. If I open now, my Eclipse is one thread. If you see right, Eclipse is running. So if you see right, Eclipse, you will see some eclipse.exe. So this is one thread.
Got
So
it.
so let's suppose if you want to kill one process, what you will do? You will do right click and end process. You will say
Okay.
end process. So this is a multiple process are running, and inside each process there is multiple threads are running.
Yes, yes.
A group of threads will perform a one process. So say
Okay.
for instance, one example is take your Word document. So now one thread is started. So whenever you are typing, right? See parallelly you are getting some underline, right?
Yes.
So what it means? Spelling wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thread.
Okay.
Sometimes you will get a green underline.
Okay.
So it's grammar mistake.
Got
It's
it.
a
Got it.
different thread.
Okay.
So word is a task. Inside that multiple threads are running.
Yes.
So basically your CPU is a multitask. So
Yes.
you can able to watch movies, you can able to use Word document, and you can able to do some programming. Each are some task. Inside the task there is multiple threads are running. So this
Yes.
is called multitask.
Got it.
Okay, let's suppose you are using so many, you are performing so many operations and your machine got hanged. So that time, if you want to give priority to more to Word document,
Okay.
then what you will do, just right click and you have an option called set priority.
Hmm.
So you know this is a task, and for this task, I want to give more priority than other tasks.
Yes.
So then you will select the priority relative, high, normal, something like that.
Yes.
So these are the priorities. The same way we are creating our own threads. Let's suppose if you want to give priority more to your threads,
Mm-hmm.
so we can able to set the priority also for every thread having three priorities: low priority, medium priority, high priority.
Hmm.
So how to know what is the priority of your thread?
Okay.
So now let me get priority of my thread. Basically I want to say for each thread there is a priority. Let's suppose now three threads are running.
Mm-hmm.
So each thread will get the time from CPU the same time. I mean, each thread will get one millisecond.
Hmm.
Say for instance, one particular thread, if you want to acquire 2 milliseconds instead of 1 millisecond, then you have to give high priority to that thread.
Okay.
The similar way here also you will get as per the image, right? You
Hmm.
have to give high priority, then that particular operation will work fine.
Got it.
Otherwise, that system will be hang.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is the see here. Did you see the end process?
Got it.
Set priority. So this is a one process. Inside the process, multiple threads are running.
Hmm.
So that's what you can able to see. I mean, videos, Eclipse, Word document, everything.
Got it.
But if you, behind the screen CPU is giving a fraction of millisecond for each program,
Got it.
process. But
Mm-hmm.
in your machine, how many processes is there? Only one process, right?
Yes.
Only one process, but multiple processes are running. Process are running.
No, but that one process is on only one thread, right? That's
No, 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 no. So I'm telling,
but you said
processor
the CPU is the thread number, right? No?
processor is one, CPU is one. Okay,
Okay.
okay. And for each process, whatever your process means, word is one process,
Okay.
and media player is one another process.
Okay.
Okay, so each one needs some time from processor.
Okay.
So each one, right, it will give a fraction of seconds for each program.
Okay.
It will go and it will execute it and it will get the results and it will display to the user.
Okay.
But that fraction of time, fraction of milliseconds, user, I mean, he is not able to visible, he is not able to see the difference.
So that CPU, whatever is under CPU, the number,
Mhm.
that is not the thread name, is it?
Thread main also will be registered part of CPU, right? So thread
No,
main.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about this. I'm
Mhm.
talking in that screenshot.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Tell me this screenshot. What you are
The
telling?
CPU column, right?
This screenshot. Yeah. Which
The
one?
CPU column on to the right.
Correct. Okay.
No, 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 no.
This column CPU.
CPU. Yeah, if
Okay.
you go to the other screenshot,
Uh-huh.
uh, any of the other screenshots, uh, yeah, if you click on that,
Yeah.
you will see a lot of numbers under that,
Yes,
right?
correct. Yeah, yeah. So this is right in each fraction of seconds when it is trying to utilize the CPU, right? How much memory it's required? What is your RAM size? If say for instance, maybe
What is that number under CPU?
yeah, this number is, let's suppose my Eclipse, whenever it is trying to hit the CPU and utilizing the time, it required 120 kilobytes of memory RAM
No, no,
size.
no. That I understood. I'm talking about the number under the CPU column.
Oh, this one you are telling?
Yes, yes.
Maybe this one, I think that process ID.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
I
need to
thought that is
register, right?
a thread name, thread
So
number.
whenever it is running, so that time it is displaying the number. Whenever it's not running, then it's ideal. It's not started the thread. So I will tell you the number when the number will come. What there is a cycle is there for each thread.
So this is not a thread number, right? Like we saw thread zero, like
Yeah, I think this is the CPU number only. I mean, sorry, thread number only. Uh,
okay, so that is thread 64
yes,
application.
yes, correct. Yes, for some of the thread you will see the zeros.
Mm-hmm. That
Means
is the main
the
thread.
threads are created, but they have not started the work. They have not started. Means started means they nobody called start method.
Oh, okay.
Thread is ready
Mm.
till here, but this operation is not done.
So, but already memory is all assigned and everything, right? Onto the right for the thread zero.
Mhm.
We
Memory
can
is
see memory
maybe
assigned.
that is for initial purpose to create the thread, basic thread.
Okay,
We need to
okay.
save this program somewhere, right? This thread,
Okay.
but this thread is not registered.
Okay.
So this program also we need to save under heap, right?
Hmm.
Heap means RAM. I can say we are not saving inside our hard disk permanently.
Okay, okay.
So there is a class, there is a method, a compile class. It's loaded into the JVM, but it's not used.
Hmm.
Once you call start method,
Hmm.
then you will get a number. Then you can start using that one.
Got it.
Okay, and now go back to this. This is the way to create thread, and this is
Hmm.
the way to get priority. Now my thread priority I want to get.
Got it.
So this is a way to get priority for a particular thread. So
Okay.
now I want to get priority for some other threads. Say for instance from main. So I want to get main priority. So let me get priority for this thread also. For all the threads, I'm trying to get priority.
Okay. I mean, if we have only two threads and if we make both of them priority, then I mean, then what is the point? I mean,
Just tell me both the thread setting the priority.
MT1 and MT both are set in
Okay.
priority, right?
Yeah, by default, you will get priority as medium priority for all the threads. Medium
Okay.
means the range of priority is 1 to 10.
Okay.
So now let me see what is the main thread priority. Main. I am from main. Yeah, did you see that I am from main? Priority is 5. Medium
Okay.
priority. Now go back to main. Yeah, my thread priority is 5.
5.
And where is another thread? My thread -1 priority. I am not displaying or what? Yeah, this is the one I need to change.
That is also 5.
Hmm. So this is thread my 10 my thread -1 priority. Now let me run it again. We will see the priority. So by default you will get normal priority. So my thread main priority is 5. Thread -1 priority is 5, and my thread priority is
5.
5. So let's suppose if you want to increase the priority, then you have to set the priority manually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me set it empty dot set priority 10. Maximum is 10. 1 to 10. Let's suppose now let me set it for only for my thread. I am changing the priority to 10. See there, what is the my thread priority? Sorry, 10, right? And rest of the my thread -1 priority is 5. Main thread priority is 5. So this is the way to change the priority programmatically. Here also we are doing same thing, right? Just we are clicking right click and set priority or save priority something. Set priority, then we are selecting these are the priorities: relative, high,
Yes.
normal. Instead of giving the numbers, they are giving some numbers, and based on the numbers they are assigning the priority.
Yes.
So so now what I did, I had given high priority for thread 0.
Mm.
So that's what you will see. Thread 0 is executed by default first,
Mm.
and after that main thread and thread -0,
Mm.
right? So based on the priority, that will, I mean, it will execute, but that is not a guaranteed one.
Okay.
It's a kind of request one. So sometime you are doing right click and you are setting high priority, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
is not will give guarantee like your program will perform properly. So maybe it's 80% chances is there.
Okay.
But why? Because JVM will decide that priority should work or not.
Okay.
You don't have full control basically.
Okay.
So that's what, right? In this case it worked because if I set high priority for thread 0, so that's what first thread 0 is executed everywhere.
Got it.
So that's what you will see. First statements are from thread 0.
Mm.
So this is the way to create a thread, and this is the way to see the ID, priority, and the name, all those things.
Mm.
And this is the way to create multiple threads, and they, whenever you are starting the threads, they will execute parallelly.
Got it.
It's not a sequence program, it's parallel program.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's what in your machine so many things are running parallelly.
Okay.
Okay, this is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let me go back and I will show you another other thing. So another way to create a thread.
Uh, so can you go back to that program? Just wanted to see this priority.
Uh-huh.
Um, so you put it, you made it empty dot set priority 10, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So earlier you didn't put it 10 like that. Is that why we got 5?
Yes, if you're not setting anything, JVM will assign priority to 5 by default. When you are
Okay.
calling the start method, inside the start method, this operation will be happening.
Got it.
Assigning the ID, assigning the name, assigning the thread priority, everything.
Mm.
So say for instance, now I'm trying to give number 11.
Mm.
What will happen?
Mm.
So what is telling illegal argument exception, line number 12. What is line number?
Only up to 10.
So I told you right initially the priority should be 1 to 10.
Yes.
So you are not able to give 10 or 100. So if you want to see how the priority is happening, did you see there? If you see this method, right? So what are
Yes.
the number you are passing here? What they are doing here?
Mm.
Parameter greater than 10 or less than 1, they are proceeding. If
Yes.
greater than 10 or less than 1, so then they are throwing an exception called illegal argument exception.
Got it.
They are using through.
Mm.
So that's what you will see, that exception. Else they will proceed it.
Mm.
Else they are setting the priority. Did you see that? Set
Yes.
priority. So indirectly, that is the way to create setting the priority programmatically. Now you can able to understand this logic, right?
So set priority at the rate. Okay.
That is that set priority. Zero this one. It's not at the rate. It's their methods basically. It's,
Okay.
it's JDK people. They have written their own methods.
Okay. Okay.
So indirectly they also calling their own methods and they are setting the priority.
Got it.
They can now go back to. Okay, this is the second example and a simple main class. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the second approach is how to create a thread without using thread class.
Mm-hmm.
So why, if you use the thread class, right, what will happen? So if you open the thread class, did you see there how many methods and how many fields is there here? There is so many fields is there, right?
Yes. Yes.
So whenever you are trying to do extends, all these fields will be part of your
What's that?
that will come to your class, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that is one disadvantage. So your object will become huge, heavyweight object.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is one disadvantage using thread class. So let me see some different approach.
Oh, you're talking about when you extend the thread class.
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Now there is another way to create a thread implements runnable. So this is runnable is an interface and it is available under java.lang package. You will see that I symbol. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the inside the runnable there is a method called run.
Okay.
So we have to implement that one.
Okay.
If you want to see the runnable interface, so how many methods is there here?
Only one.
Only one. Okay, now my thread is ready.
Okay.
So how to start this thread? This is the way, second approach to create a thread. We have to implement the runnable interface.
Okay.
And now my question is, I want to do same operation. I want to display the numbers.
Okay.
Thread dot current thread dot get name, and I want to display the number.
Mm.
So how to start the thread? From main thread, I have to create an object. New, yeah. Okay, your object is ready. Okay, now what I want to do, thread t equal to new thread. So I created an object for thread class,
Mm.
and I have to pass this runnable object t dot start.
Mm.
So what I did, I created an object for this A class. After that, I created an object for thread class and I passed this runnable interface object. Then
Mm.
I'm calling the start method.
Okay.
Now let me run it and we will see. So thread is created and you can able to see the output, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second approach to create thread.
Mm.
Let's suppose if you want to create multiple instances of this thread, multiple times if you want to run it, multiple threads, then what you have to do, you have to create another thread object.
Mm.
Let me create two threads I'm creating here. So this one I'm saying this object as a T1, T1, T2.
Okay.
This is one thread and this is
Second
second
thread.
thread, and let me run it and we'll see the output. So how many threads are created
Two threads.
and how many lines of code is there here and there?
23.
Line numbers is very less
Yes.
and object is very lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the difference between thread class and runnable interface.
Okay. Okay.
And rest of the things are same. Setting the priority, everything is same.
Mm.
If you want to set priority, T1 dot, see there, you will see
Mm.
everything. Set priority, see set priority.
Got it. Okay.
The rest of things are same.
Okay.
And name, priority, I mean everything is same.
Okay.
Okay, got it right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now what I want to tell you. Now we will see the synchronization. Now let me create a simple class. Com dot sync. So this is a simple class. Okay. So this is a simple class, and inside that simple class, I want to write. I'm trying to write a class print numbers
Mm-hmm.
public void print my number. So this is a simple class. Inside that there is a method called print my numbers, and it will take input as a number.
Yeah.
And inside that I want to display the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to display 10 from 1 to 10 equal to. So this is a simple for loop. Okay, whenever I am trying to display the number, system mode thread dot current thread dot get name colon dot I into number. Now what I want to do, I want to call this class. I want to call this class and I want to call this method. So how
Mm-hmm.
to call this method? I have to create the object. Print p equal to new print numbers. Then I have to call the print numbers. Then I have to send the some factor. So what it will display? 10, 20,
Yes.
30, 100, right? I
Mm-hmm.
into number.
Yes.
So we are calling this method from which thread?
Main thread.
So it will display thread name is main.
Mm-hmm.
It is clear, right? This output is clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what I want to do, I want to create two threads. From that thread, I want to call this method.
Okay.
I want to create two threads and I want to call this method from that thread. I don't want to call it from main thread.
Okay.
So basically, now what I had to do, I had to create two threads. How to create a thread? That one we have already saw, right? So I will take one example. So let me copy this simple piece of code. So this is the simple thread, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and inside that there is a constructor.
Mm-hmm.
So as part of the constructor, I want to initialize this object.
Mm.
So I first print integer p. So how to assign the value of this object? As part of constructor, I will create an object and an argument as an argument,
Mm.
print number as an argument, and I will assign it. Now
Okay.
this dot p equal to p. This is clear, right? Just I
Yes.
added one variable and I'm assigning that variable value as a from the constructor.
Okay.
Okay, now what I want to do, I don't want to call this number from the main method. I want to call it from my run method.
Got it.
P dot print numbers, and I want to pass first time 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pass that one also as part of argument, you can able to pass it. Integer I. So here you can assign that this dot I equal to I. Now you can pass here I. So you are creating an object, also you are giving the factor as part of constructor, and you are calling the method and you are giving the input. This is
Okay.
clear, right?
So, what is this P dot print by number means?
Yeah. This print method I'm calling from my thread.
Oh,
I'm not calling from the main method. I commented from main method.
okay, okay, okay.
Basically, I'm trying to call from thread, some sub thread. Okay,
Now, where do you initialize it?
as
Uh,
part of constructor.
this dot P is equal to P.
So
Okay.
whenever I'm creating an object, I have to pass these two values.
Okay. No, no. So P is a variable, right?
P is a variable, yes.
So when what does it mean when you do P dot print my number?
So whenever you are calling this start of this thread, so run method will execute. So from run method, I'm calling the print number method.
Oh, okay, okay.
Got it right?
Hmm.
So first main thread I'm creating. Let me write diagram so that it will be very clear. So this is a main method.
Mhm.
So from main method I'm calling a thread.
Okay.
Okay, this is another thread. From a thread I'm calling print numbers.
There is another thread.
So this is thread 1 and this a is another thread 2,
Hmm.
and this is a different operation. It's not a thread. Just I'm creating an object, I'm calling the print numbers method.
Okay.
So far it's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let me, I don't want to call from main method. Now I want to create an object for a, b equal to new a. Okay, whenever I'm creating an object, I have to pass this number also, a and some number. So because whenever you're creating an object, I have to pass two numbers, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Object of.
sorry. So here, right, I have to pass p, then I have to pass some integer. Okay, it is clear?
So new A. Okay, okay, okay. Got it.
Okay, now I have to call the thread, so I have to create an object for thread t equal to new thread, and I have to pass the
Hmm.
ob, then I have to call the t dot
Hmm.
start.
Hmm.
Okay, this is clear, right?
Yes.
Let's suppose, say for instance, if I want to create another thread also, I have to create another thread object. T1, T1, T2, T2, right? So basically I created how many threads? 2 threads, right?
Yes.
2 threads are sharing same,
Mm.
I mean same interface, I mean same object P.
Got it.
So 2 threads are calling same method.
Yes.
Now let me run it and we will see the results. So did you see the mixed output you are getting, right?
Mm.
Thread hyphen is one, thread hyphen 1 is running, thread hyphen 0 is running.
Yes, yes.
So you are getting both together. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say for instance, if you don't want to call this thread together,
Mm-hmm.
so then keep here synchronize. If you see the output here, now it is displaying sometime thread hyphen 0, sometime thread hyphen 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now what I did, I keep this method as a synchronized.
Okay.
Now let me run it and we will see the results. Now see what is the, which thread is executing first?
0. Okay.
After that, thread 1. Now you can run 100 times. You will see thread hyphen 0 1. So you will never get mixed output now.
So, is it better to do it like that? Because the more threads which work parallelly, the better it is, right?
Yeah, that is based on your usage. That is based on your requirement.
Okay, okay.
So let's say for instance, from your account, mm, HDFC people are trying to debit some amount. Also, you are debiting from some amount. Say for
Mm,
instance, in your account, 1,000 rupees is there. You are debiting 1,000 rupees. Also, HDFC people also debiting parallelly. Say for instance, if these two things happen in 1 second in parallelly,
mm.
so you also taking 1,000 and HDFC people also taking 1,000, but there is only 1,000 is there.
Okay,
That is
okay.
wrong, right?
Yes,
Then how to solve this problem?
by using synchronizing.
Only one person need to access and they need to remove the amount and we need to reduce the digit 1,000 to 0. Then if next person is trying to debit the amount, what will happen?
Will not show, will not let them.
Yes. So that is one valid scenario, right?
Yes.
So in that case, you can go for that one.
Got it, got it.
And say for instance here, right, if you want to allow multiple threads, say for instance your Windows operation, your Windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So multiple threads you need to run if you want to see the multiple results.
Got it. Okay.
If you say only one program at a time, then you can able to run only Eclipse, or else you can able to run only Word, or else you can able to run only Paint.
Yeah. So in that case, we shouldn't be using synchronizing.
Correct, yes.
Got it.
So this is the advantage of synchronization.
Got it. Okay.
And tomorrow I will give another example for synchronization.
Okay.
I mean, that will give more idea.
Got it. Sure.
So far it's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and tomorrow we will meet the same time.
Okay. All right.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks. Yeah, no problem.